Hello there, everybody. Part 2. Homosexuality for Dummies. You know all those books out there. Baseball for Dummies, Chess for Dummies, Checkers for Dummies. That's got to be a deep one. Well, anyway, I just got to thinking this past week as I was staring at the ceiling flat on my back. I don't think there's ever been a book, Homosexuality for Dummies. And I mean it, I guess it's sarcastic, I don't know, but I don't mean to be mean-spirited, but the dummies are the Christians, not handling this situation properly. And then we get to the dummies who are the homosexuals, especially the radical ones who are trying to remake Christianity. Now, I did touch on a couple of things about that right now as it stands anyway. Anyone out there, if you're gay, especially, and if you're planning on getting married as a gay person, or perhaps, I don't know, somewhere you already are. So you mean 10 years at divorce court, guys, but be that as it may. There are churches you can go to. There are churches that will accept you. Perform ceremonies for you, and so forth and so on. Excuse me, I was just adjusting that. This is believe it or not, this is this morning's sermon that I've been trying to preach for 2 weeks. It's about 4:20 or 4:30 on Sunday morning, and the Lord's been doing this for me, just getting me up early and strange sleep patterns, but I'm living, I'm doing it, so why not? All right, so let me lose the truth stuff. Hey, you want to hear my opening? I stole this from Johnny Carson, but I have to be honest now. The Italian ISIS, it's an original, but you want to give scoreboard recognition to those comedians who had such an influence on my life. I was watching some of his old programs, and opening up his monologue, Johnny Carson said, "As you know, I have given all my life, a lifelong dedication to these monologues. And tonight's monologue is going to feel like a lifetime for you." So anyway, I'm going to change that around and open up for my sermon with that one. All right, what did I do with those other notes? Okay, the part 2 thing with the, there you go, homosexuality for dummies. I said 3-part series, but 2 looks like it'll do. Real quick review. Lose the hate speech thing. Now, I'm speaking to homosexuals out there, okay? You don't want to hear it. Some of you have grown up in the church. A lot of you have grown up in evangelical churches, and the Bible is what the Bible says. There's no way you're going to ever change that. Even if you do put out a Queen James version. Oy vey. Your problem is with the Bible, not with certain churches. Presbyterian, Episcopal, Methodist, and now some of these really big evangelical churches in the Oprah cult. And also they're getting very militant in suggesting they're going to force Christianity. Well, there's enough of so-called Christianity that you don't have to worry about it, but I can guarantee you that you're never going to force anyone who believes in the scriptures properly and interprets the Bible just like Jesus did, literally, not hyperliterally. It's just not going to happen for you guys. You can twist words all you want. Now, I'm only saying that to give you a heads up. So lose the hate speech thing. Whenever you hear a preacher saying, like if you read from the book of Romans, especially, we can go to the Old Testament passages that talks about homosexuality or man lying with a man is an abomination to God and all the rest of it. And that seems to give particular solace to other Christian people who disobey the Lord, young couples, when they commit fornication. Think of your favorite, and I have some. I mean, I'm not totally against entertainment out there. I have some mysteries I like and comedies I like and stuff. I can't think of anything in recent memory where fornication, just having sex outside of marriage with one, two, three, you name it, how many people, uh, you don't even blink your eye at it. You just don't even blink. Well, Christians have followed that suit, and they some of them recover. I've known some young ladies who've gotten pregnant outside of marriage with an unbeliever a while ago.
It's 4:30.
And the Lord brought them back, and they met a great strong believer. They have a family, so I believe God will, God forgives people, but you got to forsake the sin. So anyway, my point being that lose the hate speech thing, because in Christianity, in Bergen County, let's just say there's 75 churches. Most of them say about each other, we're all going to hell because we don't believe just like they believe. And you're not going to change the law. Now, in Sweden, I couldn't believe my ears. I was incredulous at first, and then I found out it was true. In Sweden, during a church service, the pastor read these passages from Romans chapter 1 about how God gave them over to strange desires, and they defiled themselves within themselves, even the women leaving the natural desire for man, and so forth and so on. Well, he was just reading that. He wasn't even commenting on it. He was just reading from the book of Romans. He got arrested. He spent a few days from what I understand, in the Huskow, and then finally a lawyer got him out, and the charges are dropped because technically, if there's a freedom of religion, you have to allow people to believe what they believe. Now, I find it, and I'm speaking to my homosexual friends out there, audience, whatever you want to call it, because I've asked gay Christians I know to spread the word with this. You're just obsessed with this making biblical Christianity conform to your desires. I'm telling you guys, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You've got a wealth of other places you can go to worship. But some guys are so obsessed, they're just absolutely, this is their hour. It's been planned since the 1960s. A book was written about how to infiltrate. You can turn on the television now, every favorite mystery you like, comedy you like, drama you like. There's the token, oh, feel bad for me gay people. I mean, gay people you should feel bad for gay people, because you guys, you're on the forefront of a great disappointment. Now, I'm not just signaling out you. It's the same thing with those who look at sexuality in the heterosexual sense, thinking that that's the answer to everything. Sex is a great gift from God. It really is, but in its proper place. So there's churches aplenty, but beware. Now, I'm not anti-Roman Catholic. I'm not a Roman Catholic. I grew up Roman Catholic. Catholic school, 1 year Catholic high school. But half my family was also Methodist. But, you did the thing. And I found that as I got older, I couldn't believe in a lot of this stuff I was reading. You see, in the Catholic Church, as well as in, now I'm not likening the Catholic Church to the Jehovah's Witnesses, which is a cult. See, you're not allowed to read the Bible in the Jehovah's Witnesses and interpret it. It has to be interpreted for you. Guess what? Same thing for the Catholic Church and a couple of other these higher up churches. And so anyway, the recent statements by Pope Francis, which were very, very friendly and merciful, reaching out to the gay community in Italy. All that is a kinder, gentler machine gun hand, Neil Young, because the church will never change its position on the fact that homosexuality behavior is among the list of those that if you practice those lifestyles, well, do not go directly to the bottom and wait for the lake of fire. And that's basically how that is. So your problem you're going to find, and you're just going to, I'm telling you, take it from a pastor. I love you. I got nothing against you. It's a free country. I'm not out there marching against these things. But I'm a biblical pastor, and I've been reading the scriptures for many, many, many years. There's just no way you're going to be able to twist it, guys. And there's no way you're going to be able to link such things as slavery with it and all the rest of it. So lose the hate speech, because nobody really does hate you. I mean, look at these idiots at Westboro. I mean, these people are psychos anyway. So yeah, there are people who hate gay people, and that in itself is a giveaway. All churches say, all other churches are on the way to perdition anyway, so what are you being so offended for? Me around here? Oh my God, you know, the fact that I'm a pastor, but you know, I've outlived a lot of them. I've been doing this for 44 years. Never bothered me, the criticism, and I thank God I never got into the typical church fellowship or church crowd. You know, and God bless them. God bless them. So you'll probably be able to influence certain churches, probably in the not too distant future. The Nazarene church you may be able to start to influence. There's a very small percentage of those who are feeling sympathetic, but I don't think so. But hey, what do I know? Okay, I had a pastor who welcomed a gay couple. One of them grew up in my church, and just a great kid, and decided, I guess he became the apostle to the homosexuals and didn't follow through with checking with me. I was her pastor, and so forth and so on. That's happening a lot now in the church. Okay, the other one was the Bible is a no zone. You'll never beat it. You'll never beat it. Because as written as it is, you can't differentiate between, well, that man sleeping with that man, that's because he was a temple prostitute and so on and so on. It's all jive. The Bible has nothing good to say about homosexuality. And again, I'll repeat it from the last program. You'll see it all over. If you just Google homosexuality, radicalism, just one guy's holding up this big sign and it's blank saying, this is what Jesus said about homosexuality. Well, you turn the paper and you look up the passages Jesus spoke about sin and porneo. That includes all immorality, heterosexual, bestial, and as well as homosexuality. Most homosexuals are not child abusers. That's just another. See, this is what I mean about homosexuality for dummies. See, they're too easy a target. Now we're the marginalized. The Christian church has become the marginalized, and it's going to get very difficult more and more to speak not only to this issue but to issues of history that have been. Our history's been rewritten, man. You got Mexicans wanting back half of Mexico that we took, and yet they're still climbing over that fence to get here, you know. All right, guys, we love you, and have a great Lord's Day, and thank God the computer's back, and we'll get back to you this week with some more programs. Any questions, any suggestions, please feel free to drop a line to me right on my Facebook page or chasbro77@gmail.com. Love you guys. Have a great Lord's Day. Ciao.